Welcome back, guys. Thank you so much for clicking on today's video. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors. Before I start the video, guys, please make sure to leave a like on the video below. Subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Join the family, guys. Let's go on our investor journey together. Today we're going to be doing a video about Lucid Motors. Should you buy Lucid Motors at $26.76? My overall price prediction for the stock and where I think the stock is headed, and kind of some news that's kind of been happening. So as you guys can see, Lucid Motors up 10.35% today. As you guys can see, the ticker is now changed. So Lucid is no longer trading as Cciv or Churchill Capital. It is now trading as Lucid Motors, which is awesome. A lot of people have been waiting for this for a very long time now. You know, like people were talking about, okay, like is the merger going to go through? So taking a look at the 1 year chart, this thing basically went public at September 18th, 2020. As you guys can see, this used to trade as Churchill Capital. It was a blank check company. Blank check companies are set to merge with different companies so that they can go public. And we see here that it started. We see the rumors to merge with Lucid Motors all the way up here around February 19th. And then the minute the merger got confirmed, we see this huge crash downward, a little bit of a spike up, and it's kind of been trading sideways ever since. If you guys are unfamiliar with what Lucid Motors actually is, Lucid Motors is an EV company based out of California/Nevada. And they specialize in producing luxury EV cars. Now, a lot of people have been like, okay, you know, it's just another EV company that's coming to the game. You know, we've seen so many of them. But Lucid Motors actually does have, you know, a lot more establishment than a lot of different other EV companies. Why is that? And that the reason is, like, you know, we have stocks like, you know, Nikola Motors that went public and stuff like that, where, you know, their overall business model was just more of an idea rather than the fact. We see with Lucid Motors that Lucid Motors already has a factory that's already built, right? It's already built in California/Nevada. They already have a factory that's ready to go. They already have plans to start producing their vehicles. They already capped up their reservations for their vehicle known as the Lucid Air. It's got a $1 billion backing by Saudi Arabia. And I also believe they do have plans of building a factory in Saudi Arabia as well. So very well established EV company. And like I said, it's a big day, you know, with Lucid Motors. And we see that, you know, on top of Lucid Motors actually just kicking off with a debut, you know, going public today, they also have EV factory expansion plans, which is super awesome. So this company is expanding quick. This company definitely wants to basically start expanding in different ways. How are they expanding? So basically they will be used to accommodate the manufacturing of the Project Gravity. So it's basically like an electric SUV that's going to be coming. Right now, the only thing they had in production was a sedan, or that they plan on producing. Yes, Lucid Motors has had a little bit of issues with, you know, like a little bit of production delays and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, we're going through a nationwide chip shortage of basically the fire that took out one of the big chip factories in Japan. But to say the least, Lucid Motors is definitely a company I think that a lot of people have been eyeing for a while now. You know what I mean? And I do think that people should be picking up Lucid Motors at $26.69. I think the investment is absolutely worth it. Like I said, it is not financial advice, but seeing how fast and rampant that the EV market has been growing, seeing that the whole world is kind of projecting towards the EV kind of market. We see all these big time car companies, Ford, Nissan, you know, Kia and Dodge and Porsche, and all these big time companies are focusing more of putting their money into an SUV or an electric SUV or an electric sedan, to say the least. Why is that? Because the world is shifting more towards electric vehicles. We see how far Tesla has come. Tesla kind of being the monopoly along the whole EV companies in itself. We see that a lot of people are now putting more money into EV. We see General Motors. We see all these big time companies putting more focus into EV. Why? Because it's going to be big over the next 5 to 10 years. And we see the same thing with Lucid Motors. I do think that Lucid Motors is an absolute must buy at $26.77. I do think it is going to be a longer term hold, and I do think that we're going to see a lot more prop from Lucid Motors probably in the years of 2022 and 2023, but that should not stop you from buying the stock right now, because I also do think that Lucid Motors is going to do very, very well this year. So what's my overall price prediction for Lucid Motors? Where do I think that Lucid Motors is going to be headed by the end of the year? Well, my overall price prediction for Lucid Motors is probably around $50 to $60 by the end of this year. Like I said, we did visit these prices once back in February, back when there was rumors that Lucid Motors and Churchill Capital were going to be merging together. We see there at the top that, you know, that I do expect that Lucid Motors is going to revisit those all-time highs, and I do think that Lucid Motors is going to revisit the $50 and $60 mark. I don't think it's going to stay in the 20s. And like I said, it's been a rough couple of months for Lucid Motors. I'm not going to lie, you know, it's kind of been trading sideways for a very long time now. You know, EV market keeps taking a correction. We have a D-strain coronavirus that's kind of all shaping around and stuff like that. So we definitely see with Lucid Motors that, you know, a lot of people did take the chance and buy the stock up today. Like I said, up 10.48%. The fact that this company has expansion plans, it's got a huge backing by Saudi Arabia, and a lot of big time analysts do have very good projections for Lucid Motors. I do think that this company is definitely going to be worthwhile. Like I said, they're already sold out of their reservations for their vehicle known as the Lucid Air. And I believe they do plan on starting production pretty soon here. It was supposed to be the second half of this year. I don't know if anything changed because of the whole chip shortage that the whole world is kind of going through right now. But the long-term growth of Lucid Motors is definitely there. And Lucid Motors is going to be the only EV company that can actually stand up to Tesla. I know they have Rivian that's kind of floating around as well. Hasn't gone public yet, but I've heard talks of Rivian kind of going public in that sense. But people do say that Lucid Motors is the only EV company that actually has a decent chance of standing up against Tesla. Their vehicle is known as the Tesla Killer. People are saying that it's well-established kind of EV based with its updated technology as well. Does give it a competitive advantage over Tesla, but we're definitely going to have to see how this actually does plan out for Lucid Motors. But I'm expecting big things from Lucid Motors. I'm expecting great things because it is a top EV company, not an EV company that just has business plans or anything like that. It's a very well-established EV company. It's got factory, it's got business plans. Its reservations are sold out, and they're going to start production here pretty soon of its vehicle known as the Lucid Air. Just announcing that they're going to be also producing an SUV. I think this company is headed in all the right directions, and absolutely do think that this company is definitely worth an investment at $26.75. It is super, super exciting to finally see this ticker trade as Lucid Motors. You know, a lot of people have been waiting a very long time for it, and a lot of people thought it wasn't going to go through, but the fact that now it did go through and now it's trading as Lucid Motors did really give a sigh of relief to a lot of investors, which is a very good thing. But with that being said, guys, that's all I really have to say about the video. You guys let me know now what you guys think of Lucid Motors. Do you guys think Lucid Motors is a very good buy at $26.80? If you guys own Lucid Motor stock, how many shares do you guys own and what's your average? I'm always very curious to know. With that being said, guys, thank you. Have a great day.